All right, guys, what is going on? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to another episode of I Told You So. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, chat. That'll be the last I Told You So of the year today. Right? Can we do, am I allowed to do that? Are we allowed to do that? I don't know what the rules are. I don't know. What's good, Roberto? Happy New Year's. MJ called the low of the year to the day. Yes, I did. Sometimes I know what I'm doing. Not every time, but sometimes. What's good, Eric? In Germany, it's 7 p.m. and it's like a war. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means. What's good, Victor? What's good, Jordan Le Savage? Are y'all feeling like savages today? Or no? Let me ask you this. Who actually watched the market review last night? What did I tell you? Do you remember what I told you? You probably don't. Everyone's still on vacation, don't care. That's why you missed out. But what was it that I talked about in the market review yesterday? Oh, fireworks. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Sorry. I am clearly not fully awake yet. Clearly not. I slept in today too. So to be fair though, I did stay up late playing video games. So that definitely is part of it. Was good, Julius? All right. What was in the market review last night? We got 20 people on here. Someone has got to have watched the market review from last night. Don't tell me none of you saw it. Do we need to pause for 10 minutes so you can go watch it? Is that what you want to do? Do we need to take a 10-minute break so you can go watch it? Is that what we need to do, chat? What else, Roberto? Regular trading hours had equal lows for NQ. Well, for the triple Qs as well, but yes, that was part of it. What else did I tell you? What did I tell you about our open today? A little bit more advanced, huh? What do you mean? You told us about the open for today, last night? Watch the review. Watch the review. 2026, y'all better get your shit together. Y'all best get your fucking shit together or I'm firing all of you. I told you if we opened above those lows that we would trade down there too. Go watch it. It's in the review. Okay. Now, why would that be the case? If we'll get into some details, but if we looked at indices yesterday, Dow potentially higher, ES, who knows, and NQ lower, and I told you that I favored NQ lower, right? Randomly and unpredictable, right? Randomly and unpredictable. We got our equities open low right there in the last 1 minute of the day, right? 2:50 to 3 o'clock is the MOC. It's a real thing. You can look it up. Well, everything I teach you is a real thing, but minus the supply and demand stuff. But I won't try to cover too much of that today. If you go and you look at, right, what were some of the markups I had yesterday? What were some of them? We had that right there, and we had this right here. If we go back to the basics for a minute, what automatically does that tell you? What information does that give you? Just those two markups alone, these lows and these highs. What information can we gather from that? No imbalances, no this, no that, no mitigation or models or whatever. Just those two things right there. What does that tell you? Based on the free beginner series, what is it? It'd probably be a high resistant high because that's a higher high, but I'm not going to argue semantics today. I'm too tired for that shit. I am a seller, not a smeller. Okay, I'm not your English teacher. High resistant highs, low resistant lows. So even though, yeah, we were near 50%, and that's usually not an area that you want to be trading, usually not. What are probabilities? Well, if we have high resistant highs and low resistant lows, we're more likely to go lower. Could we have still gone higher? Yeah. That's a possibility. There's risk in every trade that you take, period. Okay? So, but again, starting with the basics. This is simple stuff. Simple stuff here. Still no indicators. Still no complicated math. X equals Y MC squared over R to the third power and all that shit. We don't do that. We don't do any of that. Thank you, MJ. One is a target, one is a stop loss. Right. The low resistant lows is a target. Now, mind you, if you're trading 50%, I probably wouldn't put the stop all the way up here, but nonetheless, likelihood, we are far more likely to go lower than we are to go higher. Okay? Now, you really want some details here? I just saw this a few minutes ago. I didn't see this yesterday, but I saw it a few minutes ago. Let's go back to Monday for a minute. Okay, I'm going to show you a little trick. Okay? I'm going to show you a little trick. You ready for this? This is life-changing shit here. Are you ready? When we talk about a high, or a high, or a low, what's good, Oscar? How far can price go above a high or below a low? If it's not like a 1 or 2 tick or 1 or 2 point or 1 or 2 pips, right? Like something like that. Concept wise, how far can price go above a high or below a low? What is it? Most of you know this already. I know we have a couple new people here. I don't know if they're here. I mean, it is December 31st, so maybe not, but this will at least be in the recording for them. An imbalance or a gap? An imbalance. Okay. So let's look in here. Let's take a look. So off the rip, we had a high yesterday, or excuse me, on Monday at 9:35, which had traded into this imbalance, right? Was good, Mason. Okay. We this might be a slightly higher high here. It is kind of hard to tell, right? It had traded a little bit more into this imbalance again. No problem. If we do get back above this high, MJ, Alex C, how far do you think price would be able to get above this? Take a look. You still, I would say you still have the rest of this imbalance here, sure. But what's above that? What's above that? What's over here? Is there anything there that kind of jumps out at you? Kind of jump scares you a little bit? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. What's that? That's a little gap, isn't it? Isn't that a gap above some highs? Especially the higher one here. Is that not the case? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Look at that. Look at that. There's your gap. Above this high. That high was also taken yesterday, 855 to go lower. And then when it cleared that one, look at that. Look at that. Man, John. Look at that. That is a 1 point and 1/4. So 5 ticks. That is a 5 tick window of price. Yet price stops and turns on a dime. On a dime. Right. So anyway, having that there is pretty awesome, I'd say. How far can price go above a high? The next available imbalance or gap, bang. Right. So again, when you look at this, okay, when I look at this, you know, people share indicators and stuff, but I still have yet to see something that is that precise. It's a 1 point, or excuse me, a 5 tick window. It is a 5 tick window of price. 5 ticks on NQ. That's not a lot. That is not a lot. And yet we see price tap right into that. That was our high of the day. Then we traded lower and again below those lows, right there in a time window that they tell you doesn't exist. Right? Macros don't exist. Price would never want to attack retail traders. Okay? Bang. Bang. Look at that. Now, I know this was from yesterday. It's not today. But you will not understand price if you don't fucking study. I hinted at lower NQ yesterday. Okay? Am I always going to get the timing right? No. Am I always going to get the direction right? No. Okay? But yet, shorts were offered. Okay? You can even look at the final hour. Remember that study I gave you like a week ago and like last year and the year before that? And even when I was in the industry, I brought this over there too. But not that anybody's keeping track of this shit. But 2 to 3 o'clock is right there. Okay? There's your final hour open. Well, there's your final hour, but with the open of 2 o'clock. We trade lower, back above the open. I want to say the final 30 minutes is like right here. So that final 30 minutes, we trade higher one more time and then lower. And then look at our MOC. Look at our MOC. You're telling me there's no price engine, right? That takes price a little bit higher right into that up candle. Okay, this is the whole window right here. Okay, this is our MOC. That's why the gray lines are here. That's the last 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes start and then we get a small spike in volatility, lower, a little bit of retracement, and then lower down to the earliest target. Remember, I gave you 3 yesterday. I gave you equities open low, the potential engineered low, which was not met during equities, and then I gave you 25,628. So that was already done, but by extending that engineered low, that was done in the evening, and then our like 648, almost the 7 o'clock MOC took us right there. Like, still no indicators, no volume, nothing. Now, again, this is why I asked you. It's in the market review, right? When I told you if we open above the lows, meaning if we open above 628, then we would trade down here again. It's not that difficult. Why would we do that? Because you have to look at the time, okay? A lot of people still miss this. They're too busy looking at whatever the fuck. They're not looking at time, price, and context. Well, most of us do look at price, but they're missing the aspect of time and context. So how would we know? Well, if it opens above the lows, it'll go down there again. Because if you remember from this whole spiel the last couple days, from when those lows were set, they were built in regular trading out. Remember I made that a point yesterday? Oh, I knew something was naked. My socials weren't on here. You remember that? Regular trading hours and electronic. And I walked you through, hey, this was built in regular. We did not meet those lows in regular. So if the regular opens above the lows, then we will trade down there again. I'm literally teaching you how to time travel here, folks. Okay? So yes, we hit that already. But equities open for today on Wednesday is here at 678. 628 is where the lows are. So there's still yet another opportunity to short, right? A lot of people are trying to long, and that's not going well. Unless you got really close to the low of the day, or if you were up trading London, maybe. But ultimately, shorts performed, and today, shorts performed, which is exactly what we were looking for. Crazy. Fucking crazy. Equities open, a little bit higher, inversion here. I wasn't up for this, by the way. Inversion right there. Rally up. It's basically I wouldn't call this like whole thing a Judas here, but it basically, it's like consolidation, massive run higher, and then equities. There's your equities open, trading up and into that inversion to go lower. It's not difficult, folks. What time was unemployment? Was that 7:30? Or at a different time? I didn't even bother checking, just like yesterday. Yeah, that was at 7:30. I wouldn't necessarily say news low at 7:30. But I guess maybe in hindsight. But why would you use a news low when you have the lows down here? That would be further. And then obviously we got the extension below London's low as well. right? The market generates liquidity, builds liquidity to then take it later. All the time. Literally all the time. Why do the regular trading hours only go as far as the 4 hour? Is because there's not enough data on the daily. I don't know. That's just how it is, man. I think I said that yesterday. As long as you're sub daily time frame, you can do regular trading hours. But as soon as you go above that, yeah, it ain't gonna work. So let me go back one more time. That's what it looks like on regular. We opened today very close to where we closed yesterday. It just trades up a little bit to go below these lows. And if you remember, I'm gonna just delete everything. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't fucking write shit down, dude. Original consolidation with the lows. We traded higher, obviously crossing 50% somewhere in here. So that crossing of 50% going for those lows, then yeah, we want to wait for a premium. And that we got yesterday, cleaning out all of these highs in there, reaching right up into that gap. And then part of your second leg lower. Market maker sell model. Hell of an indicator, isn't it? Good old brush tool, man. Nothing beats it. Nothing beats the brush tool, baby. Can't be done. It can't fucking be done. Can't be done. What other questions you guys got? Lay it on me, chat. Lay it on me. What else you got? Actually, while you do that, I'll be a little bit more specific. But I like drawing. It's fun. Lows. I think that's the lowest one. Yep. The one on the left is the lowest one. We don't necessarily get like an instance where it trades above an old high. We don't get that. But we do have this. And again, we're still in regular trading hours, but we do have this gap over here, in which we trade a little bit above the halfway point, and then the cross lower was really at the open on Monday, because that opened significantly lower. And the only time we went to a premium, sorry, let me rephrase that. We opened lower, well below 50%. We came back into a premium here, like in the first 15, 20 minutes. And then we trade lower again. After that, the only time we went back into a premium was that gap I showed you earlier here. Clearing out these highs, right? Taking out traders, rebalancing price at the same time. What is that? SME. Smart money efficiency. I taught you that like 5 years ago. I know. You gotta stop bragging, John. Just be quiet and teach me shit. Cross 50 here, came back into a premium there. And again, that was our first leg. So when we get back above 50%, that becomes our second leg to go lower. Spooky shit. I know Halloween's over, but spooky shit here. Has anyone heard of the rule that the indices or just the Nasdaq can be traded permanently starting next year? Sounds like more casino for ETH. Have you heard about it? I don't know much about it. I think what they're trying to do is just make trading as available as possible to people. So I don't know, these goobers that want to trade at like midnight or whatever time they feel like I can trade anytime, you know, and again, not taking time into account. Um, I'm sure the exchanges want to do it. Why not? What's the risk for the exchanges? Nothing. They're going to make money from the fees anyway. So they don't care. If anything, they want more trading. So they collect more fees, more money. It's all a rich man's trick, bro. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's all a rich man's trick. Whatever ways that companies, corporations, big brother too, governments, whatever way they can make more money, they're going to do it. I was actually just watching a video from Jared Henderson. I added it to the helpful videos playlist, which is just a free playlist on my channel, but of other people's stuff. I was only about halfway done with the video because we had to stream here. But he was talking about how the internet has gotten worse over time. There's a video he published about 5 months ago. But he's talking about how companies... He references this other guy. I forget his name. I have to go back and get it. And he has a couple books too, which I'll probably get. But he talks about how companies like Amazon and a bunch of others, like even PayPal, they start off like focus on customers. Like, okay, how can we provide value? And then later they give less value and start to charge more. And then eventually everybody just hates that company and it dies. And it's like, well, you know, sounds a lot like the MLM industry too. We're going to provide a good product and good service and all this shit. Then we're going to run it up. And then now we're going to, you know, like companies that buy out food stuff. Like, oh, we're going to buy Subway or we're going to buy Jersey Mike's. And then instead of the good ingredients, we're going to dumb it down. We're going to water it down and make it dog shit. And then also raise the price as well. Cheddar's does this. That's why I fucking hate Cheddar's now, because their shit is ass. They charge a lot and the food is trash. Because it's all about profits at that point. They're just trying to squeeze out as much money as they can. It's corporate America, right? It's capitalism. It's one of the cons to capitalism, is when that becomes the goal, customers suffer, quality suffers, and in the end, that business suffers too. But anyway, I say all that to say, why wouldn't the Nasdaq be open, or any of the CME, whatever these exchanges? Why wouldn't they be open for more trading? They're going to make more fees and more money. They don't care about customers. You learn that from Mark Douglas. They don't give Merrill Lynch, Trade Station, Oanda, whoever. They don't give a fuck about anybody. They want you trading so they can make fees. That's it. So they just want you trading. That's it. I want you trading well and smart, so you don't get wrecked. So that's my thoughts on it. Oscar, I'm not even sure what you're even asking. We were bearish yesterday, at least on NQ. I wasn't bearish on Dow, but at least for NQ. It's all in the recordings. It's in a market review too. So, Captain Hindsight at your service. Modern Iron said that you can earn from more people. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how many books I've read on business and leadership. Plenty more on leadership than business, but books on ethics. A lot of personal development books the last few years. And I don't know. That's why I think business is so cyclical as well. Not just because of the seasons, like there's tax season, there's like the end of the year, like the Christmas and New Year's and shit, all that stuff. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Seasonality is a big part of that too. But it's for the very reason I just told you. Have a good product, build a massive crowd, and then raise the price. That's what businesses do. That's why I refuse to do that. Literally, observe the masses and do the opposite. I want to provide more value and not raise the price versus raising the price and then dropping the value. Why would I do that? I don't want to be like these corporations and businesses that do a bell curve. We've talked about this over the years. I don't want that. Why would that's fucking stupid. That's absolutely stupid. Asinine. I'm not doing that. Anyway, that's why I started another business too, which I told you about a little bit of. I haven't told you everything about it yet, but fuck man, I was doing so much shit. I was doing so much paperwork shit yesterday, dude. It was crazy. I had to do a little bit more today. I'm like, God, don't tell me this is the shit I'm getting into. But it's going to be the same thing there. It's going to be a business that is going to solve a lot of issues for people. And it's not going to be super expensive. Price may rise in the future. I mean, just in a very similar way to Netflix, it'll be like probably every few years and very gradual, because inflation inflation's a real thing. But outside of that, this YouTube will never increase price. And I'm not going to start another YouTube and have it more expensive over there. I'm not doing that either. So we'll see how well my new company does. We'll see. If it succeeds, it succeeds. If it fails, it fails. But I'm going to learn either way. I'm going to have fun either way, too. Costco hot dog. Mason, Costco hot dog is a loss leader. Walmart does it. Amazon does it. A lot of blue chip companies have loss leaders. They do that on purpose. They're going to put all the shit you need in the back. Milk, bread, eggs, cheese, Takis, right? All that stuff is going to be near the back. So you have to walk through all the chip aisles, and that's where the Takis would be at. But, you know, all the stuff you don't really need, and all that stuff near the checkout too. The impulse purchases. They want you to go to Costco to have lunch, right? Some greasy pizza, hot dog, and a big ass Coke. So then you can go and buy a bunch of shit you don't need. Why are they going to care about selling $1.50 hot dog and losing money on that when you're spending $300, $400, $500 on other stuff, which they're going to make way more profit than $1 on? That's the point, right? I mean, in a way, it's like streaming for free. I stream for free, right? I do not profit off of that. I only profit if you become a member. But I want to give people value, whether you pay me or not. That's why in 2026 also I'm doing less free streams and more member only streams, so that way members can get, again, more value without raising the price. Because I'm not going to stream more either. Shit, if anything, I'm going to stream less. Been doing this shit for a long time. But anyway, I don't really have much else for you, to be honest. I need a top step code. Bro, again, I don't care about all that shit. I don't care about trying to make as much money as I can from you guys. I don't like that. Okay? I don't need affiliate links, or, you know, I'm not going to start like private coaching, you know, all this shit. Fuck all that, dude. I'm good. Trust me, I'm good. I am okay. All right. I'm blessed. Bigly. And that is not something I want to do. So that's I'll end it with this, man. That's one thing I wish more people did. I wish more people stood up and had the courage to do the things they want to do, even if they make less money doing it. There are too many people who sell their respect and credibility, and it's very short-lived. The money goes, the respect goes, and then you're left with nothing. That's not a good plan. That's not a good plan at all. That's a horrible plan. Oh, well, you know, I'm a chairman now. I'm going to go buy this other car and all this other shit. Okay. And then you lost being a chairman, and now what? Lamborghini oil changes are like $2,000. And that was a few years ago. It's probably more than that now. Where are you going to get that from? You fucked up. You fucked up, man. But, yeah. People, I think too many people in today's world make decisions too much that lean on financials than ethics, or based on what they want to do. You know what I mean? You should do what you want to do, even if it means you making less money. Period. Otherwise, you're going to regret it. You can always get another job. You can always get more skills. You can always, I hate to say it, but you could always get married again, okay? You could always marry somebody else. But you can never get lost time back. And if you wake up one day in your 40s and you realize that you've been making decisions based on what other people think and other people's perception, or because you want to make a certain amount of money because, you know, you put yourself in a financially fucked up situation, you're going to regret that. Then you're going to be depressed. Again, that's not a good plan. That's not a good plan. So, Philosophical Wednesday. All right. So, anyways, thanks, Eric. Thanks, Nicholas. Y'all be good. Be blessed, man. Tomorrow is January 1st, right? Which starts Book of the Month for 2026. I know I keep saying this because I'm going to keep telling it to you until you get it. How to Read a Book, Mortimer J. Adler, Charles Van Doren. Don't learn how to read. Learn how to read well, right? And then after that, it'll be John Maxwell's How Successful People Think. Such an easy book. First book I ever read in a day. But that's for February. All right? Eric, you're blocked. Have a good 2026. See you guys on Friday for the very first Friday member-only stream. Okay? I won't be streaming for free on Fridays anymore. So if you're a viewer who is currently free, that's fine. I'll see you on Monday. Unless you become a member. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend. Thanks, MJ. I agree, Nicholas. It's all you need. Time, price, and context.